is Michael Moore, and I'd like for you to just explain to people the basic things that are, what's wrong with American capitalism these days.
Michael, thanks very much for that very important and in fact profound question. To do that question justice would take a lot more time than what we have today, but let me just say a few things. Capitalism does a lot of things that they do it well. It creates wealth, it sparks the entrepreneurial spirit, and that's great. But on the other hand, what we have had, especially since the Reagan administration, is an unfettered, cowboy-type capitalism, which has ended up with the shrinking and decline of the middle class, a very significant increase in poverty, and the reality that the people on top, the top 1% or 2%, are making out like bandits. Top 1% earns more income than the bottom 50%. That is, to my mind, immoral. And from an economic perspective, it is not good. You have CEOs of large corporations making 400 times more than their workers. I'd like somebody to explain to me how that makes any sense, both from a moral and an economic perspective. The United States today has the highest rate of childhood poverty. We are the only nation in the industrialized world that doesn't guarantee health care to all of its people. When kids go to college in America, they often come out $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in debt. I think all of that is wrong, and I think as a nation, we can do a lot better than that. Now, you look at some countries in Scandinavia and Europe, and what they have said is, sure, we want to capture the entrepreneurial spirit, but we want a strong social safety net that protects the middle class and working people. So this is what they've got. When you have a baby in Denmark or in Finland, you know what? You get paid, you get your salary, or a large part of it, to stay home with your baby so that your kid has a good start in life. Quality childcare is free because they understand it's important that kids do well, and they provide that. Their educational system is very strong. You want to go to college? Well, you know what? It's either free or almost free. They understand that workers are under a lot of stress, that you can't work 51 or 52 weeks a year. So in those countries, you have 30 or 40 days a year off with paid vacation. So to my mind, that's the kind of direction that we've got to move in. And we have seen some positive results over the last decades in the United States. You know, when George Bush wanted to privatize Social Security, the senior citizens of this country said, thank you, but no thank you. We don't necessarily want to invest all of our retirement income in the stock market, as volatile as that is. We would like to make sure that we get a check every single month. People are proud of that. Medicare has its problems, but you know what? You ask seniors about how Medicare compares with the private insurance that they used to have, and they say, we like Medicare very, very much. Talk to veterans around this country about the Veterans Administration, and they will say they are very proud of this government-run healthcare system, which provides quality health care to all of them as a right of their service. So we have a lot that we can build on, but I think what we have got to do is end the survival of the fittest mentality, this Darwinian concept that says we all have to fight against each other, and maybe a few of us will crawl our way to the top and make billions, but we're leaving around kids who are sleeping out on the streets, kids who are hungry, families that can't afford to send their kids to college. Can we do better than that? I think we can. I think we can. I think we can have a society where all of our people have at least a minimum standard of living, where all of our people have health care, where all of our people are able to get a good education, including high quality education, where child care is high quality and available to working families. So I think we've got a lot of work in front of us. And I think we can do that. We can create a nation in which all of our people do well, rather than what we have right now, in which the people on top are doing extraordinarily while so many other people are suffering. Michael, thanks very much for that question.